when he went over and did the summit in
Whining
Austria.
babies, right?
Oh, yeah. We're a bunch of... Well, okay, we're whining droolers who couldn't put a tax budget together without using crayons. That's one quote that came from some of the California assemblymen. And Schwarzenegger saying, I'm not running for office, so you can't threaten me.
Oh, yes, we can.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not threatening. We're doing.
We're following through, right?
Yeah, there's a big difference between saying and doing.
Exactly. And just because he's rich doesn't mean that he should be powerful. Unfortunately, that just goes hand in hand. But he's got that whole movie star mentality that he's untouchable, and that's so not the case. The anger stems from being lied to and voting somebody in based on false promises. And period. End of story. That was.
Well, that's pretty much the big cut and dried point.
He said over and over and over, right, Colleen? I will not raise taxes on Californians. I will straighten this budget problem out without raising taxes. And now here he goes.
Yeah. No new taxes, period.
Yeah.
And the other thing, too, when you look at where the tax money's going, that's where if I were to balance this out and look at things on scales, I would say probably 60%, I would say, of the anger that's coming from the general population right now stems from people that are upset about the lies and the flip, and also how things were backhanded and done shady. It was a very dishonest, hypocritical way of handling this budget fiasco. Then the other thing that stems from this is where the money's going, and that's a whole other topic as well. But we're paying so much money for a failed school system, for welfare benefits, and people that are not entitled to receive them are getting. And it's $37 billion per year are being spent on welfare for people that aren't citizens of this country. That's a big, big, big problem, and nobody wants to look at that part of the issue. It's all about people are okay. Actually, he said in one interview very recently, this was about 2 weeks ago, he actually was in Washington, D.C., Schwarzenegger was, and commented that people are okay paying for the infrastructure to be rebuilt. And I'd be okay with it if it wasn't for having to take care of emergency rooms getting shut down and having to pay all of these additional taxes for a failed educational system. And so it's kind of if you want to look at it in a boxing sense, that's the dual punch right there is the lies, and then the fact that the money's being misappropriated in a grand scale.
Mismanagement. They're not running it. If they were a private business, they would have been out of business a long time ago, the way they're operating. They're getting more tax money than they ever have in history, and they really can't account for where it's going and why we're in such red ink.
Exactly. And as you just said, any business that, would be completely shut down. They'd be run down, except maybe for AIG.
Unless you got a big bailout coming your way. What the